Magic Night at the Beat Bar in Plymouth Barbican, Plymouth's historical quarter.
I've done this act for 20 years and I'm doing it arse about face. Quiet now around the hall, and I shall attempt to astound you all. For the trick which you're about to see is one Paul Daniel stole from me. Over here I have two strings, both of which do funny things. If one's long, the other's short. It's the strangest trick I ever bought. Up and down you see them go, how it works I just don't know. Now to some, of course, it may appear to be one string which goes through here. If the sticks are open so, this still goes high when this goes low. Now I've discovered how it's done. The strings are joined and this way run. Down this stick and through the end. Like me, this trick is round the bend. But if that's so, how can it be that they still work? Now if by chance the trick goes wrong and both the tassels end up long, I attach an invisible hair just here. This makes the problem disappear, because if I pull this to the right, both strings will disappear from sight. The only thing remaining now is to get rid of these. And take it back. Now, I do need a volunteer for this. Whoever this impales.
Alex.
Alex? Oh, well. It's all right. I'll save you for the next one, Alex.
Hey!
Firstly, nose rest. I have here a piece of rope as found in most average household bedrooms.
I don't know. Hello? Handcuffs. Hello?
And a pair of scissors. Madam, you and I are going to present the Houdini Naked Rope Escape Challenge.
Come on, get it on.
You take your clothes off and tie me up. I'm kidding. You don't have to tie me up. Is this a sponsored walk or can anybody join in? There she goes on her toes for a wee-wee, I suppose. I could be wrong, I must admit. She could be going for another drink at the bar. Sorry, madam, what is your name?
Jane.
We've never met before, have we, Mum?
No.
Not like that. She's not my mum, really. Jane, I would like you, if you will, to cut the rope just there. When I tell you. You can sit down now, take it. Look at that, you see? Give her a small part and she overplays it. Thank you, Jane, that's very kind of you. Now, ladies and gentlemen, or Jane in particular, if you have done a good job, we should have two pieces of rope the same length. Ooh. Of course, it's not really your fault. I just like a good excuse to do this. There's only 5 of you clapping. I paid 6. Where's the other one gone? Oh, thank you. Okay. Now, I will do it again because it says so in the instructions. Although they do say a good magician never does the same trick twice. It's a good job I'm not a good magician then. And now we have 2 pieces of rope, still even more unequal than the last. But this is where I show off my prowess as a magician. I'd like you to blow just there.
Just where?
Now some of you are making your own jokes up. It's all right, I'll do the trick. Okay, there's a strange optical illusion you can do. If you keep pulling like this really fast, you get the illusion that they're the same length. Obviously they're not, but oh, nearly. Oh, that'll do. Now we'll tie the 2 pieces of rope back together with what will look like a granny knot. Well, it's not a real knot, it's a slip knot. But it's a real slip knot. Thank you. Now this brings us back where we started a couple of minutes ago with a piece of rope with two ends. Now I point this out because you may notice that the ends of the rope fray quite quickly, and what I like to do, I like to keep things neat. A bit of OCD there. Now, if I trim the ends of the rope off, I've got a bit of rope with no ends. Can't do the trick. So now I save it for the end. Now I really do have a bit of rope with no ends, but I've finished the trick now, so it doesn't matter. Right, this is where I do need the beautiful lady from the audience.
Alex. Well, you'll have to have Alex instead.
Alex, can you see any beautiful ladies?
No. There's a lovely lady over there with blonde hair. Really.
Is there? I can't see any lovely ladies. Oh, sorry, yes. Madam. Come this way. What's your name?
Jane.
Jane. Okay, Jane. Like to stand just there on the trapdoor. I don't like working on platforms. My father fell straight through something like this. If he hadn't been for the rope round his neck, he'd have broken both his legs. He was on the Titanic. Went down very well.
Can't believe the swimming pool's still full of water.
He was looking for the orchestra while it was going down because people were saying there's a band on ship. These are the jokes. I keep going, you pick out the ones you like. It's that simple. Now, Jane, I would like you, if you will, to pick a card. This is a free choice. Do not let me influence you in any way. That's any card there you like, Jane. Okay, sure that's the one you like?
Yeah.
Subtlety lost on you, is it? Fair enough. Jane, show your friends. Or the audience, whichever's... Am I not your friend? No, okay, fair enough. Jane, please write your name big and bold. I know that's not your name, that's an instruction. Across the face of the card. Underneath your signature, please put your 4-digit PIN number. Take that as a no, shall I? I'll have a pen back, that's how I get them. Tough crowd. Okay, Jane, as I shuffle through the cards, shout stop when you get the urge. Bit silly, you get the urge, you don't normally shout stop, do you?
Stop.
Uh-oh. Pop your card just there. Now, Jane, there are two sorts of magicians. There are the clever sleight of hand experts that they could have booked. Then there's me. I always know there's sleight of tongue. You want to go at shuffling?
Sort of.
Give them a shuffle. Make sure they go back in the same order I've just given them to you. It's not wildly important, but it does make the act go a little quicker. See, she's overplaying a part now as well. Okay, Jane. Sleight of tongue. Your card?
No.
Your card?
No.
So your card is somewhere in the middle of the deck. Oh, yes, it is. Jane. You were expecting a classy act, weren't you?
Yeah.
Terribly disappointing for you. Jane, what was your card?
Jack of Hearts.
Jane, not only have I found your card, I've changed it into another one. However, it does look like a Jack of Hearts, and I think that might be your signature.
That is, yes.
It is, Jane. Thank you very much. Give her a big round of applause. You may keep this as a souvenir. Yes. What's the time? Oh, yeah, go on. What the hell? Just a little experiment, because I haven't really tried this before, and I call it an experiment because tricks work. This might not. But are you still eating? No? Can you talk and eat at the same time?
Yes.
Yeah, I thought so. Sorry, what's the name?
Doris. Alexandra.
Alexandria. Alexandria, I would like you, if you will, to make your mind a complete blank.
Well, that's not hard. I know what it is.
I wasn't going to do the joke, honestly. Alexandria, I'd like you to think of a playing card. Before you do, let me introduce you to this. Now, these cards are not bigger than normal. I'm just smaller than I should be. Alexandria, if I walk up to a person in the street and say, name a card, the chances are they will name Queen of Hearts, Ace of Spades, maybe the Seven of Hearts or Diamonds. These are the most popular cards. Just keep that in mind when I say to you, name a card.
What now?
Yes.
You don't next week?
Seven of Diamonds.
Seven of Diamonds. Do you want to change your mind?
No.
You sure?
Positive.
Fair enough. Oh, I should explain about this deck of cards. Before I left home this evening, I gave this to my daughter, her name's Phoebe. She's 13, and every time I do a show, I say to her, look, I'm going to give you this deck of cards. I want you to go upstairs, take a card out at random, turn it over, put it back in the pack, give them a shuffle, put them in the box. I don't want to know. One day she's not going to do it just to throw me off when she's annoyed with me. Before I left home, she put in here, I hope, a card facing the wrong way. So, let's see if tonight we get lucky. They're not the easiest things to handle at this size. Now, hopefully, I will see. Oh, look at that. Staring me in the face is one card. Wouldn't it be amazing if that turned out to be the Seven of Diamonds?
Yeah.
You're right, it would be. Not only have I found your card, I've changed it to another one again. It's called the Seven of Diamonds. Okay, she can have a Christmas present. Right, now it's only fair, you've sat through all this crap. I will teach you a trick. You take the red handkerchief and you wave it about. Say nothing. You take the handkerchief, you wave it up and down, you recite a magic poem. She stood upon the bridge at midnight, her lips were all a-quiver. She gave a cough, a leg fell off and floated down the river. Mary had a little watch, she swallowed it one day, now she's taking Epsom salts to pass the time away. But the Epsom salts did not work and the time it did not pass. So if you want to know the time, you'll have to look up Mary's grandfather in the yellow pages and the clockmakers. The handkerchief disappears in its place is now an egg. The handkerchief is... Thank you. Start the car. Now, this is how it works, okay? This handkerchief was in there before we even started. Over here, I have an egg that I cooked this morning, whacked up a hole in the side, and it's into there that you can poke the duplicate handkerchief. Now, what you do, you take your props, and you put them in your magic case, and when you walk out in front of your audience, bit of a mistake this evening, but there you go, you bring out the handkerchief, you hide the egg. Now I can be thrown out the magic circle for this, so you hide the egg in your hand like this. This is called palming. Now you keep your hand in a natural position so people aren't suspicious. You wave this handkerchief around, not too much because they start talking around there, I can tell you, and I'm not that way inclined. I have thought about it though, but I don't want to be refused by men as well as women. Could be embarrassing. Also, to be honest, there was a lady of the evening wandering around earlier, and she said, for £100 I'll do anything you like. I said, here's £100, go and paint my house.
Hey. Oh, here we go.
And you tuck the handkerchief in the hole in the egg. You then dramatically produce the egg. Ta-da! Go in your handkerchief, go in your pocket and bring out the handkerchief that was in there earlier. Now the audience go wild with applause. I'll get you. There are two things you need to know. Firstly, do not show the audience this side of the egg. It does tend to give it away. Secondly, should anybody see this, what you do is you grab hold of the handkerchief and you give it a sharp pull. This gives you two things. A nice new bindi. And of course, you know where this is going, don't you? Put that on there, high-class speaker. Right, before I go, by the way, can I just say, if you'd like to see me on the new series of the Graham Norton Show early next year, can you write and tell him? Because he's never heard of me. I have to introduce you now to a friend of mine. He said, I'm off to America. If I'm successful, I'm never coming back. Ladies and gentlemen, some magicians, few, are 1 in 100. Some 1 in 1,000. Very few we would consider 1 in a million. This guy.
Just let the cameraman grab his shot.
Thank you.
Thanks to the artists and everyone involved in the B-Bar in Plymouth's historical Barbican. You can find them all on Facebook. This has been Chris Humberfield Video 2018. You can contact me at ccsPhoto12@hotmail.com, and if you can help to sponsor my videos, you can PayPal me at ccsPhoto1@gmail.com. I'm available for assignments, so contact me for 2019. It's